This one might just be the scariest camping story I've ever heard in my entire life. So stay tuned, because this is gonna be one you won't forget. 3 very scary true summer night horror stories. No. 1. The Hook Man. I grew up hearing stories about this from other kids at sleepaway camp. Apparently, there was a guy who would walk around the lake at night with a hook for a hand, and he would try to grab people and pull them into the lake. Of course, no one could see his face because it was always dark and they could only hear the splashing of water as he pulled his victims under. One summer night, a group of us decided that we were gonna catch this guy. We got some rope and some boards and made like a little makeshift gallows right by the lake. We sat there all night long, and sure enough, we saw him. He came out of the trees and started walking towards us. Now, mind you, our camp had like these really tall wooden walls around it, so he couldn't get in. He started climbing over, and that's when we dropped the boards and he disappeared into the bushes. Number 2, alligators. Growing up in Florida, I've had many encounters with alligators. My cousin and I used to sneak out of our cabins at night and go swimming in the lake. One time we were swimming around and we heard what we thought was a scream in the night. We didn't think much of it, but then we started seeing eyes. At first, we just saw one pair of eyes staring at us from the bushes. Then we started seeing more and more pairs of eyes. And finally, we saw an alligator with a bunch of baby alligators behind her. They were all staring directly at us. We froze in the water, didn't know what to do. Then the mama gator let out another scream and charged at us. My cousin and I turned and ran as fast as we could back to the cabin. When we got inside, we told the other kids and counselors about what we just saw. They didn't believe us until one of the counselors went outside to check. And sure enough, all around the cabin were hundreds of little gator tracks. The next morning after, of course, not sleeping at all, we went back down to the lake to find the tracks again, but they were all gone. And no, 3, the creature. This happened when I was about 16 years old. My family and I were camping out in the Beartooth Wilderness in the early 2000s. My dad decided that he wanted to take us on a hike to a secluded lake that he had read about. Well, we finally got to the lake, and it was beautiful, but it was also full of leeches. Needless to say, we didn't stay long, and we started heading back. That's when we saw it. This big, hairy, human-like creature was sitting on a log. It looked like it had no face, and it was staring directly at us. My dad started yelling and making tons of noise, and the creature just stared at us. Finally, the creature got down off the log and ran away. I don't know if it was trying to lead us away from the lake or something, but when we turned to leave, we realized that we couldn't find our dog anymore. Our dog had run off and was nowhere to be found. The scariest part, there were no tracks anywhere. And when we went back to the car, we found that someone or something had been in the back of our car and chewed apart all of our clothes and shoes. To this day, we have no idea what that creature was. Now it's your turn. Share your scary summer story in the comments below. And if you want more laughs and surprises, subscribe now. It's free.